Guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the merchandise that I picked up at the Last of the Summer Wine experience, and also the stuff that I picked up at the Last Summer Wine 50-year celebration event that I went to on the 27th of May 2023 to celebrate 50 years of Last Summer Wine. And yeah, I'm just going to be talking about stuff I picked up and stuff like that, and moving on to autographs and things like that I got. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll do a video on meeting the actors and stuff like that, which will be very cool to go through. But yeah, today I'm here to talk about the merchandise I picked up. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'll start by reviewing the magnets. So the first magnet I've got here is of Compo and Clegg there, played by Billo and Peter Sallis. Very nice there. I walked up those steps. I did a video fairly recently. And then on the side we have Seymour, played by Michael Aldridge. Very nice trio. This is the trio I first kind of started watching, really. But yeah, love this trio. They're really good. No one seems to talk about them that much, though. But they're one of my favourite trios, so I picked up the magnet. Magnet's very nice. Got this big magnet on the back, and then you can stick to stuff, obviously. Yeah, that's magnetic. Very cool, very cool. Moving on to this one of Peter Sallis here, obviously playing Norman Clegg. Very nice looking photo. It's got a magnet at the back. Very nice. I really do love the character of Clegg. I'm hopefully going to do a character file video on Norman Clegg at some point. But yeah, very good. Very good, nice little magnet. And then last magnet I bought was this one, which is of obviously the classic trio, Compo, Clegg and Foggy. You've got Brian Wilde there in his kind of series 13 to 19 costume, obviously with the glasses and stuff. You've got Clegg there, obviously you've got Compo, played by Bill Owen. So very nice looking magnet. Not a very nice picture. There's a big magnet at the back. Moving on to this, which is a picture that I bought at the experience as well. It's like an original kind of photo. Very cool looking stuff. It obviously depicts them on like kind of the rolling hills and stuff like that, which is very cool. I walked past stuff like this, the kind of hilly bits and areas, which is fairly cool, and it was very interesting. Do like the photo though. I hopefully put this in a frame at some point, but it's very nice frame. Moving on to the book I bought. This is the magazine I bought. They were selling at the 50-year celebration event. It says summer of '82, so it's fairly interesting. So 9 years after Last of Mine started. You got various pictures on here. Obviously, you got Foggy Dewis, Brian Wilde, and then Bill Owen and Peter Sallis and all that. Obviously, you got Ivy, and then you got Nora Batty, Wally Batty, and things like that. Fairly stuff like that, and then just lots of information about Last Summer Wine, which I think is fairly cool. It talks about some of the characters, where they were born and stuff like that, and some of the actors and stuff. All fairly interesting stuff. Very cool stuff. A lot of people got this signed, but I got the leaflet signed, which I'll show you in a minute. Very cool stuff. Very cool. So moving on to the various bits and pieces I bought, and also saw. I'll just move on to that now. So this was a little leaflet thing. I got one of these signed, which is down there, which I'll show off in a minute. But it was showing all the kind of headline people they had for the event. I went on the 27th, so I went kind of slap bang in the middle of it. But yeah, 50 Golden Summers, that's what the celebrations was called. I forgot that. Tommy Cannon, he was an absolute legend. So glad I met him. Stuart Fell, he was talking about all the amazing stuff that he'd seen and worked for. He's been in Doctor Who, he's been in films, he's been in all sorts of stuff. The Two Ronnies and things like that. Very cool stuff. David Fennick, he was a very nice man. Absolutely loved meeting him. He was an absolute legend. I say he talked about First of the Summer Wine, and I asked him whether there was going to be like a possible Series 3 of First Summer Wine, like in the 80s. And he said, yeah, there were plans, but I'd like to talk about that in another video very soon. Obviously, Jonathan Linsley, he was a very nice man, very cool. I really enjoyed how these four were kind of speaking on the stage. Very cool. And they had the Summer Winos there as well, which was fairly cool. And there's all the leaflet wall stuff telling you about the events. I went to two events. One where people were just talking, and the other one where all of these celebrities were talking as well, famous actors and things. Something I would like to mention is that David Fennick, who played young Clegg, he actually watched my YouTube video on First of the Summer Wine, and he recognised me from that, which I immediately freaked out about, because it's crazy, isn't it? That he actually watched my video. Very strange, but very cool at the same time. Yeah, that was an amazing experience. David Fennick, he's an absolute legend. Tommy Cannon, he was very cool to speak to, and also all of the stuff he was talking about on stage, very cool. Jonathan Linsley, incredible guy, amazing, and Stuart Fell, he was very cool as well. All this stuff there, and then all the events on the back. Yeah, I'll move on to some more stuff that I saw around there, and all the leaflets I got. I picked up this. It's a leaflet for Home Firth and all the areas around there. Fairly cool. You see all the stuff at the CAF. I went there. I sat in Edie's car. If you saw that on my YouTube community tab. All this fairly cool stuff here. The map and stuff, and locations and things. Last online stuff. Look, there's Billy. Obviously Clegg and Truly, and obviously Compo there. Fairly cool stuff, showing the nice map and all the areas you can visit. Compo's house and Nora Bay steps and things. Obviously the church, and yeah, fairly cool stuff. I obviously kept this as a little token, memory in my day. Also moving on to another little map thing I bought of Home Firth. It's like a little travel map thing. Fairly cool. So showing off the church and things like that. Obviously back you've got a map. It obviously explodes out, and there's all this stuff about the buildings and things. Try and see whether I can open this out and do a wide shot like I did with the magazine earlier. It was showing all of the various areas and stuff like that, which is all very cool. See on the back you got all this other information, map of where you are and things like that. Very cool stuff. And there was this little postcard thing outside Nora Bay Steps, which is fairly cool. All this little address stuff and like that. Very cool little thing. Moving on to another thing, I picked up, there's a little postcard they had in the Home Firth little library thing. We got a lovely photo of Sid's calf outside. Very cool, and then just a little postcard with all of this information. Very cool little stuff. Hopefully you're going to hang these stuff up. There's another little postcard from outside Nora Bay Steps. Fairly cool. This looks like it was taken in like the 70s or 80s, maybe even 90s, but fairly cool little shot of there. And then we've got another little map of all the kind of touristy destinations, which is fairly cool. Summer wine country. You got all the various areas and stuff like that. It was very cool. And at the back, it's just got lots of information. Yeah, I visited Compo and Clegg's resting place. That was fairly interesting. I said to them how much I've enjoyed the last Summer Wine and stuff like that to them. R.I.P. Peter Sallis and Bill Owen. You two are absolute legends. And yeah. Obviously you got the White Horse Inn, which I didn't go to because it's, I think, quite far away compared to the other stuff I went to. There's just a little blurb about Last Summer Wine down at the bottom and things like that. Fairly cool little map. And my last thing I've got here is a little advert thing where it's got all the Last Summer Wine stuff there. Fairly cool little thing there. Yeah, that was very cool. Moving on to the signature. So I've kept all the signatures in this little cling film thing, obviously, so they don't get damaged. I've got obviously I've got David Fennick's signature there, very nice there, and obviously I've got Stuart Fell's signature and Tommy Cannon, where he put rock on Tommy Cannon, which I thought that's very funny, very funny. And then up there I've got one from Jonathan Lindsley, and he put to Evan, and then he just put a little smiley face, and then Crusher on the bit at the bottom there. I thought it was very funny. I'm going to be talking about all the stuff they kind of said in the thing on my video, hopefully tomorrow or later on in the week. I'll be talking about what it was like meeting them and other stuff like that. But I still find it mental that David Fennick had actually watched my video on First of the Summer Wine. Very mental and very crazy. All of the whole day was crazy. If you went, you probably know what I mean. It was a really surreal day and a very cool day. All of these people were very nice. I also got to speak to the Summer Winos, and they seemed very lovely as well. And they did a thing where they talked to these people, talked to obviously these four, but I didn't get to see PC Cooper because he wasn't there for some weird reason. I don't know why. Maybe he was only there on a different day, but I'm not really sure. But it was a very cool day and a very surreal day, and yeah. And this is the poster I bought at the Summer Wine 50-year celebration event, which I thought was very cool, and it's based on one of the episodes, and I thought it was very cool. It's got all this stuff there, and I like the kind of comedy drawn Foggy and Campo and Clegg there, and obviously obviously got Ivy and Sid there, and obviously Nora Batty, and then everything there. Very kind of comedy drawn thing there. I remember this episode very well because they're trying to like get rid of the body, and like it's in the side of Sid's van, and suddenly it has him hangling, his arm going down, and then PC Cooper's there, and he's a bit Wally-ish in that episode. Fairly cool. Overall, I really enjoyed today, the day I went, the 27th. It was absolutely amazing, and I wish I could go back there again, and hopefully I will do in the future. And it was just a brilliant day, really. But overall, I had an absolutely amazing day, and yeah, I really enjoyed the experience. That was amazing as well. I'm going to do a video on that later in the week, also talking about meeting them as well, meeting the actors and stuff like that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a video soon enough. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers, and yeah, that's my target. Thank you, and I'll see you in a video soon enough. Bye for now.